Not wanting to let that happen. And Todd, again, we have been so impressed by Sacramento Excessive in this event.
Yeah, they've just been playing really good. And, that last game was a really close game, too. It came down, I think Dynasty ended up winning with one body alive. So, if Sacramento Excessive come out here with that same fire, then not let that first game get them down, then this should be another great matchup. And, hopefully we can go to 3 games and make it exciting for everybody at home.
That would be awesome. So here we go. You are watching Team Dynasty. You're looking at them right now. Ryan Greenspan, Oliver Lang, Alex Frazee, Yosh Rao, Alex Goldman, Glenn Takamoto, and Dalton Vanderbilt.
Last game, both teams lost crucial players who have been doing a lot of damage for them on the break, and Thomas Taylor and Alex Goldman. So we'll see if once again if they try and switch up their breaks at all, or if they keep sending those guys up the middle to try and get across to the snake side to try and get in there and do their damage.
Well, damage is what both teams are going to need out of those front guys. If you're just tuning in, haven't seen paintball before, you need to get those front players, your attackers, as far up the field as possible off the break. You want to get them up there safely, but you want to take some ground.
We are now under 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. It could be the last game. Excessive trying to stave off a second place finish by winning this game and taking it to a third. Here we go on the breakout. Crucial timing. Oh, it looks like Excessive losing their back player on the Dorito side of the field, and they lose Ryan Martin from the back corner. It's not looking good as seven players left alive for Dynasty, Todd.
Yeah, Dynasty quickly taking advantage of the lack of an outside presence, and Alex Frazee runs directly into Snake 3 as all the guys from Excessive are trying to stop the bleeding. Junior Brown taken out of the back center. Thomas Taylor fills Ryan Martin's void in the back Dorito snake side corner.
But Alex Frazee getting taken out, pressing hot heavy here down on the snake. And Alex Goldman is trying to make something happen here. He scrambles to the 50-yard line. Thomas Taylor able to do damage control, get back to that back corner. That's a very important bunker, as you can shut a lot of people down from there. And that's why we've seen a lot of people die out of that bunker all weekend long. So now Thomas Taylor, it's going to be up to him and the rest of the Excessive crew. Rich Telford, back center. So it looks like
Riley Sullivan in the car wash. Jerry D'Amato trying to lock off that Dorito side, not let Dalton Vanderbilt get any farther up the field. But Dalton Vanderbilt smells the blood in the water up in that 50. Alex Golden, Maddie, we've seen this so many times with those two on both 50s, both sides of the field. Just putting the pressure on the opposing team, Excessive here, and letting guys like Oliver Lang, Yosh Rao, Glenn Takamoto, and Ryan Greenspan clean up the mess.
And you're looking right now on your screen, you see Riley Sullivan and Jerry D'Amato. They switched Jerry up, though. They put him to the inside. I don't necessarily know if that's the right move. Jerry D'Amato and Thomas have been doing so much work over here on the snake side of the field now. That being said, pretty sure Dynasty's been scouting that, so I can understand the logic of trying to switch it up. But hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And Jerry D'Amato now in the center of the field. Now we're looking at Oliver Lang and Alex Goldman for Team Dynasty. They are in the snake, and they are trying to make something happen here. Alex Goldman shooting at Thomas Taylor in the back corner, and Oliver Lang talking it up. And now you're seeing the Dorito side of the field. Dalton Vanderbilt. There, streaking up to the center is Ryan Greenspan. It is 6 against 4 right now. 6 Dynasty players, 4 Excessive, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
And Ryan Greenspan knows very well the center of the field is now open, taking advantage, moving up to the center 50, looking to put the pressure on Jerry D'Amato and Riley Sullivan, who are focused on the outsides on Alex Goldman and Dalton Vanderbilt. Thomas Taylor is going to be the life support for those two players, as he is the farthest wide out and he has the best view across the whole field, staying focused on the inside.
So 4 Excessive players left alive. You're seeing Thomas Taylor and Rich Telford in the back. They also have Jerry D'Amato and Riley Sullivan, and they are going to have to try to get some kills here to even this up. It looks like Alex Goldman might have got shot, and I can't tell from here. No, he's clean. So Alex Goldman able to stay alive here. He's past the 50-yard line, and Dynasty has 4 players in the red zone right now, Todd.
Yes, they do, and Maddie, that's spelled doom for almost every team in here. It's up to them. The game's not over. It's up to them to be able to capitalize on their field position, and here comes Oliver Lang looking to make that move through that roll, which we said could be a very good spot to close games from.
Oh, and Oliver Lang able to get in there. I think he might have got a shot on Jerry's shoulder, trying to come through. It's a great job. And it's a penalty on Oliver Lang. Not a good time to get a penalty. So it looks like he might have got shot. Jerry might have shot him before he got a shot on him, but Jerry comes off too. So Riley Sullivan still alive, and I couldn't tell if, I think Riley shot Oliver, but I couldn't tell from up here. Regardless, there's 3 excessive players left alive, and it looks like 3 Dynasty players left alive. No, 4. No, now 3 as Dalton Vanderbilt gets shot. Very chaotic right now out there on the field. Oh, and Riley Sullivan gets a little greedy coming over the top of the car wash. So now Dynasty is just 1 player left away from it. It's just Thomas Taylor. Fitting that Thomas Taylor is the left player left alive, the last player left alive, and Ryan Greenspan and Glenn Takamoto and Yosh Rao.
Excellent shot by Glenn Takamoto on Riley Sullivan to blow that game open. And Ryan Greenspan's going to run back with the flag and the tournament victory for Team Dynasty.
And we had talked about it before. We didn't want to jinx them, but that is win number 5-0 for Team Dynasty on their career, which is incredibly ridiculous. That is a monstrous statistic, and it's one of those things that, it's like, I don't know if anyone is ever going to be able to eclipse that, and they're still going.
Yeah.
So, you were a big part of that too. You were there for a lot of those wins and a lot of the grind to build that team up in order to get that team to be the team that it is today. So it's actually had some good pickups, and I think, Dalton Vanderbilt, Alex Goldman have done amazing things to rejuvenate and put an aggressive boost into that squad.
No, they were definitely the difference makers in this tournament, Matty, especially Alex Goldman, maybe a little bit more than Dalton Vanderbilt, but nothing to take away from him. Alex Goldman was just a monster this event. He was up in the field, he was constantly alive, shooting guys on the break, closing games out, getting big kills. I'm going to give him the MVP in my book.
Absolutely, I would, and also you got to think about this too. And we had talked about it before. And obviously, it wasn't that big of an injury if he was able to plan it, but he got carried off the field this morning.
Yeah.
And he hurt himself, and they had to drag him to the sideline, stop the game, and then he had to get carried off the field by Rich Telford and Mike Hidman, and he still was able to step up and play phenomenal. So yeah, I would also give Alex Golden the MVP trophy for Team Dynasty. So you really can't say enough about him. That's win number 5-0 for the Dynasty franchise. Been going for a long time now, and they have 3 wins this season alone. They are the team to beat in 2011, and they are the Surf City Open champions yet again.
Yet again.
All right, we have a replay. Let's check it out, and it's Thomas Taylor, last guy left alive. I think it's fitting that Thomas Taylor is the last guy left alive for excessive, and he streaks trying to get to that center bunker, but Ryan Greenspan is right there in the middle, and he is able to, looks like he traded out with Thomas, but Ryan doing the point, and then excessive does the point, of course, but they're heated. They just lost, took second. Excessive should still feel a sense of pride. To make it all the way with the squad that they have, that they've built up, I'm proud of them. I helped start that team, and to see them make it all the way, play Dynasty, a very strong Dynasty team in the finals, and yeah, they did lose, but they took second place, so it's definitely, they should, I mean, you know how it is, man. You take second place, it's like the worst thing when everyone's like, oh, congratulations, you took second place. But at the same time, you're like, oh, yeah, that's great, thanks, I took second, we lost.
Yeah, no, but both of these teams, like the San Diego Dynasty, they practice out of Camp Pendleton and Oceanside. They have actually been, aside from the weekends they've been turns, they've been practicing almost every weekend. In excessive. They deserve to be here. They have also been practicing pretty much every weekend. These teams were the most prepared, when it came down to it. They got a lot of veterans on the team. They know how to win, and it's no surprise that both these teams made it back to the finals. And, it was a great showdown in the finals. It was a great 2 games. Dynasty was able to pull it out in 2, and they're taking home the cup again.
Yeah, another cup is going to sit on Ryan Greenspan's shelf. So,
if there's room.
If there's room. Exactly. And you see Mike Hidman, I think another thing too, Mike Hidman has been such a big addition to the Dynasty squad as a coach, and they need that. You have a group of guys like Dynasty. It's a bunch of chiefs, essentially. They got a bunch of chiefs, a bunch of cooks in the kitchen, whatever cliche you want to throw at it. But when you get a guy like Mike Himon that can kind of come in there and be the end-all, say-all kind of hardhead, then I think that's a real big addition to Team Dynasty. Because they need something like that. They need a guy that's going to be like, hey, look, stop arguing. This is the way it's going to go. I listened to all of your input, but we're going to do this. And they need that.
Well, he's definitely big, but, what he brings is a commitment to discipline. Mike Hinman, as he's ran his team, San Diego Aftermath, for some time, is the fact that he brings the commitment to, the focus and discipline that is required. Because Mike Hinman, also a former Dynasty player, has won tournaments with Dynasty. He put some of those numbers, on that 50. And, he has always been one of those guys that's like, you need to focus. You need to make sure that you're doing your thing. So, we're out here, Excessive and Dynasty are walking off the field, doing their post-game interviews. The bleachers are starting to clear, and all the Dynasty guys are walking off, bringing a close to the Surf City Open 2011. But great event, great showing. Big thanks to all the sponsors that supported this league and brought everybody out here. RP Shear, Valken, Empire, CP, GI Sports, all the paint, everything was awesome this weekend. So this is a great end to a great event. A lot of history here today, and we'll see you guys at the next event, which will be the Chicago Open. And thanks for joining us. As the champagne bottles start popping all over the place, the Dynasty pit crew right behind us.
Who's talking?
Alex is talking. You can talk. Why don't you talk, Manny?
I've been talking all weekend.
Hey, I'll talk. Oh, give me the mic. My eyes are closed at the time.
Are we going? All right. All right. Congratulations, boys. 50 wins. Oh, my gosh. Woo. Oh, all right, Alex, come here. All right, this is win number 50 for you. This team, talk to me about how it feels right now.
It feels euphoric, man. It's getting to 50 wins definitely a milestone. We got 50 more to go to 100. But yeah, we got our crew together here. We got the young talent. We got the old guard. So it's a perfect combination.
Yeah, it looked great out there too. Ian, how does it feel, bud?
Feels amazing. It's great.
How old are you now?
16.
Oh my God, 16 years old, winning Huntington Beach. Oliver, you back with the boys? You put the band back together? Put it in my mouth. Okay, so tell me, how does it feel?
Hey, it feels like we never skipped a beat.
Yeah, never skipped a beat?
I mean, we've been beating these same teams for 10 years, and now we're back doing it again. I think we're younger and fresher and better, faster, stronger.
Mike, how does it feel? You came in as a coach, and you have to deal with all these guys arguing all the time, and it seems to be working out.
It's a family. I mean, we said we were going to do this, and then we did it. I mean, that's the best part of it, We laid it out, and we played it out. That's it. Period. Nice. Dynasty.
All right, Yosh, how does it feel, baby?
It's great. It's our 50th win as a team. We got 50 more to go, and we got a great team to do it. So, looking forward to the rest of the year.
I'm going to expect 50 wins before you guys are 30, so you only got a couple years to do it. So that's it, man. Ryan, how does it feel, bud? Feels good?
Yeah, I'm stoked, huh?
Yeah. Right. We're celebrating tonight?
Yeah, dude, right. We're on TV, right?
Yeah. All right, that's it. Huntington Beach champions, San Diego Dynasty. Thank you guys for tuning in. ESPN 3. It's been an awesome event. I'm Matty Marshall. On behalf of our broadcast crew, we're signing off. Congratulations, boys.
Yeah, I expect these teams have been scouting each other all day, too. I'm positive that they know where everybody is going. So let's see if anybody tries to change it up a little bit and do something different.
All right, on the breakout, Team Dynasty, 7 guns up, but they lose Alex Goldman off the break, so 6 bodies alive, and Thomas Taylor gets shot off the break for excessive, so 2 killers for both teams are walking off early, Todd.
Yes, and Glenn Takamoto looked like he might have taken a bounce going out to that back corner, but he checks out okay. Yosh and Oliver in the back center, pound and paint, as are Rich and Junior for excessive. But Rich makes that, or Junior, I'm sorry, makes that bump out and fills the void that Thomas Taylor left in that box to work with Jerry D'Amato on the snake side.
Yeah, so pretty good spread. Jerry D'Amato immediately gets across. Nice job So Excessive is in better field position over here on the snake side of the field to make something happen. Dalton Vanderbilt, that's Jerry D'Amato, but Dalton Vanderbilt right there, he is on your screen, and he's trying to do something over on the Dorito side of the field. Really stepped up, and he's a new pickup for Dynasty this year, and he's been having a really good year so far.
Yes, as Jerry D'Amato makes his way into the snake.
Oh, penalty on Excessive, and it looked like Rich Telford got a penalty from the back center, and that is very unfortunate for Excessive, and here comes Dynasty taking advantage of that, running all over the field. Alex Frazier is hit, trying to get into the snake. So still though, Excessive, that penalty happened. They still have 3 bodies on this important snake side of the field, Todd.
Yes, and they do have Jerry D'Amato in the snake 50. If he is able to turn that corner and get into snake 3, he will have Dalton Vanderbilt's back wide open to him. He needs to not let the opportunity pass.
Oh, and Jerry D'Amato went to sleep on Dalton Vanderbilt. That was a very, very bad mistake on Jerry D'Amato's part. He got in there, and when you get in a spot like that, you really need to play every bunker like there's somebody in there, like they're hot.
That was just very poor play by Jerry D'Amato. He's got to know, as the #1 snake attacker, that if he gets into snake 3, you have a checklist. The first person you look at is that 50 Dorito. The second one is that small Dorito. He got in there kind of nonchalantly, got up on his knees, no gun up, gun still pointed at the ground, and had Dalton Vanderbilt's whole back.
Yep, very unfortunate turn of events here for Excessive in this first game of the Pro Finals. They still have 2 bodies on the snake side of the field, and Riley Sullivan is alive in the Dorito. Oh, look at this. Coming off the back line, Ryan Greenspan gets shot out of his bunker. Uncharacteristic for Ryan as he loses that battle. Oliver Lang immediately fills that spot, but the snake is wide open, and I'll tell you what, Dalton Vanderbilt is in a good position on the Dorito side of the field for Dynasty, and Dynasty has 4 bodies left alive, but that's pretty much it. They don't have any offense going on over on the snake side.
No, and Junior Brown is the man that is going to be able to control Dalton and that Dorito from getting up any farther in the field, but he is also committing to Dalton and not getting in the snake where there's nobody occupying right now. Oliver Lang in that corner and Yosh bumping across, trying to see if he can come across and get in that snake, but Junior Brown, a little bit too focused on Dalton, maybe giving up a good opportunity to go shoot Dalton from where Jerry D'Amato made that mistake.
Yeah, and Glenn Takamoto moving up to back up Dalton Vanderbilt as Glenn moved to the car wash. And now here comes Oliver Lang. Big move. There's 4 bodies left alive for Dynasty. Nice job by Oliver to try to get something going here. And looks like 3 bodies left alive for Excessive. And I'm surprised, honestly, at 4 for Dynasty. I'm surprised that Dynasty hasn't made better use of that penalty and then D'Amato getting shot. Oh, look at this. Now finally here, they're starting to make moves. And it looks like Junior Brown gets shot out of that insert bunker.
Kind of wondering where he got hit from, but gets pulled nonetheless, leaving only Ryan Martin and Riley Sullivan alive. But Riley Sullivan eliminates Dalton Vanderbilt.
Wow, so it's a back and forth battle right now as players are getting taken out from both teams, and Oliver Lang trying to put himself in a position to win this first game here in the finals. And I always love how Ollie's talking it up. You just don't see that enough these days. Not enough people are using their voices as a weapon, and Ollie's really good at that. So it's Glenn Takamoto and Oliver Lang left alive with Yosh Rao backing him up, trying to press into the back line of Excessive, and it's just Riley Sullivan in that Dorito in the back corner bunker on the snake side of the field. That's the only people left alive here. It's a 2-on-3 game right now. 2 players left alive for Excessive and 3 players left alive for Dynasty.
I think Oliver Lang's starting to question whether he might not have an opportunity to jump in front of the snake and get a shot on Riley. Tries to back up and get a shot.
Well, Oliver's very proactive in his bunker. That's why he's arguably the best player in the world. But he's trying to do work in there right now.
Riley Sullivan and Ryan Martin both spent time on Dynasty's roster. So they're also very qualified players. A Dynasty looking into the sun, but do have the field position as well as the body advantage.
Oh, Oliver almost gets caught. Oliver almost got caught, but he's clean. And I'll tell you what, Oliver's going to work right now, but Yosh, I don't know if Yosh is out of pain or Glenn, because Glenn and Yosh both need to maybe try to put themselves in a position to take out Riley to free up Oliver. I mean, Oliver's really the only one clocking in right now, and I think maybe Yosh can't see because look, the glare looks like it's pretty strong from that side.
Well, Manny, I think it's because Ryan Martin is also doing a very good job about being proactive in his bunker and covering all sides. He's not giving Oliver anything. Riley's communicating very well, and Ryan Martin is working all angles.
Here goes Yosh Rao on the sprint, on the run through. Nice job by Yosh Rao to clear out Riley Sullivan, so it's just Ryan Martin left alive. Oh, no, he didn't get him, but Oliver got him. And so it's just Ryan Martin versus Oliver right now, and they're battling, gunfighting each other. Oh, and it looks like they took each other out. No, I think Oliver is going to grab the flag. I don't know if he has the time. Got 40 seconds left, 35. He's going to be able to hang it in time. I was going to say, you might want to give it to Glenn.
I think Oliver got shot in the loader.
I think they were, yeah, it looked to me like a simul when Oliver and...
I'm pretty sure the referees saw what I saw, because Ryan Martin seemed to have shot Oliver, and Oliver continued to play after he got shot in the loader. The referees should have been on top of that more, because Ryan Martin still had an opportunity to go a one-on-one with Glenn.
Well, I mean, I didn't see did Oliver shoot Ryan at the same time, or
no? It looked. I saw the ball break off of Oliver's loader, but I mean the referees are standing right there, and none of them saw the ball break on Oliver's loader until he got back to his own flag station.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to have a conversation about it right now and try and make a decision, but I don't think much is going to change because Glenn Takamoto was still alive.
All right, we have a replay. Let's check it out. All right, so on the replay right here, let's check it out. Maybe we'll see it right here. So Oliver is trying to come in and get a shot in on Ryan Martin. And they basically had a just straight-up gun battle duel. And you see Ryan Martin, and so he gets shot. I can't see it from that angle. And then Oliver had a hit on his loader, too. So, and he runs in there and grabs the flag. So I don't know if they simuled or if Ryan shot him first, or it's really too tough to tell from up here. That's why we have referees.
Yeah, that's why you have the referees down on the field. Everybody's in good position. You got about 3 or 4 referees, sometimes 5 along all the sidelines.
Yeah.
Being able to make sure that they can make those correct calls. But, you know, Dynasty taking the first win, now in the driver's seat and going to be switching sides with Excessive looking into the sun for game 2.
It's going to be tough, and it was a very good move by Yosh Rao. I couldn't see if he actually shot Riley Sullivan or blocked out from this exact angle, but that was the move we were talking about. You're hitting that spot where, okay, we can't go forward anymore. Ryan Martin was putting some paintballs on him, and then Yosh made that bold move, which was great. Oliver played off of that. Ryan Martin was balling hardcore out of that back corner, doing everything he possibly could. So it was one of those things. That was a really close match. You still got to give it up to Excessive, able to to really fight that hard, and they had a few of those crucial mistakes of losing some guys early.
Yeah, they definitely did, but I mean, it came down to the wire, which is exactly what we expected, in the pro finals. So
absolutely.
I mean, it's those low body situations, those split-second moves, those decisions you have to make, and Dynasty came out on top, and they're in the driver's seat now.
They are definitely in the driver's seat. So congratulations to Oliver Lang and Yosh Rao playing great there at the end of that game. And hey, Ryan Martin played great too. So did Riley Sullivan for Excessive. It's still anyone's game. This is why it's a best 2 out of 3. But you're right, Todd. Dynasty now in the driver's seat. So we are going to reset. We're going to head back. We're going to play those 3rd and 4th place games. Coming at you next, Seattle Siege and Edmonton Impact Echo are going to be throwing down again. And Edmonton Impact Echo with that first win. Seattle Siege, they need to get something going. They just don't really have any sort of aggressive attack, though. They try to get something going towards the end of that last game, the first game they had.
Yeah, it took them a long time, though. And, if they don't try and establish themselves early, then they're probably going to find themselves in that same sort of situation because, they weren't being aggressive. They weren't attacking. They let everything, they let the other team come to them, and, you can't do that, so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we will be right back with more of Pro Finals, 3rd and 4th place games coming at you here at Huntington Beach Surf City Open. I'm Matty Marshall. We got Tom Martinez. Let's check out a few words from our sponsors.
Pro Paintball heads back.